What's up, guys? I just wanted to come on and give my match reaction to Coco Gauff winning that third round. Like, the dream is becoming more and more real that we really have a future, not just tennis star, but a champion. And that's something that our sport has been missing for a long time. Like, we get a bunch of pretenders coming out, and now Coco Gauff is kind of reminding us what a champion looks like, right? She's letting us know, hey, you don't need years of, oh, they're so young, they're so talented, they have so much potential. Maybe someday they're gonna do something in the game, right? Because that's what we've had. That's what's been frustrating for me is you watch players like Alexander Zverev and Francis Tiafoe and even now Tsitsipas is starting to disappoint me a little bit. And on the women's side, I thought Naomi Osaka was going to be the next real thing. I mean, it's awesome that she won two majors. I'm not taking anything away from that. But I'm starting to worry, with these young kids coming off the court basically saying like they have no confidence and they have no idea what's wrong with them. And then you see Coco come and she's way down. All the chips are against her. You're thinking, okay, she's had a nice little run. Good job on her. And she digs deep and she wins that gritty three-setter. And this is what it reminds me of is when great champions come along. And I'm hoping she's really going to be. Of course, there's no guarantee. She's 15 and you never know what happens. But the thing that I am excited about is that she's already showing that it factor. And a lot of young tennis players out on the tour, they have a lot of talent. They get us all excited. They're exciting to watch, like a Nick Kyrgios, but we know they're not champions like a Roger, like a Rafa, like a Serena, like a Venus, like a Novak. We could just tell they don't have the same DNA. And ever since I've been growing up watching tennis, because what has been the out for them? It's like, oh, well, they're young. They'll grow into their game. Their time will come. And we've been seeing that usually is not the case. That's usually not the case to where, we have with Roger, Rafa, Novak, and even Serena. I mean, there's been no next gen. We've had lost generations, right? Think about the women's tour. Besides, like, if I'm just thinking about like real champions, like hallmark champions over the last 20 years, I can only think of Serena and Venus has barely won, and then maybe Kerber. Like, who is it? You got, before you had Henin, you had Hingis, you had Davenport, of course you had Chrissy and Martina. Like, these are champions. But we have a lot of inconsistency in the results and no one with that real it factor. But Coco, I believe she has that it factor. I believe that she is going to be a future Grand Slam champion, but not only that, like somebody that's a real household name and star, which the tennis world needs. We've had people come along and win some tournaments, have potential, but no real household names to where they're a brand. And I think Coco can be that brand. And the men's and the women's side really need that after we lose our champions. And the cool thing is that she's showing us is like when you come along and you just do it, you come from out of nowhere and then you just stay there. That's what I'm hoping. I hope she can come from out of nowhere and stay there. Is she too young at 15? Maybe not. But from what I can remember, as far as champions who came along, you had Boris Becker at 17. When Boris Becker came to Wimbledon at 17, no one knew who he was, and he went all the way through the tournament and he won. And then after that, guess what? He was a champion. That's what I remember about champions. I remember Pete Sampras. Never heard of Pete Sampras. And all of a sudden I see him show up at the US Open, goes through, cleans house, destroys Johnny Mack, wins the tournament, champion, instant champion, right? I remember Rafael Nadal coming from out of nowhere, beating Roger Federer at Miami. Then a couple years later, he's probably even a year later, he's playing Roger at the finals Wimbledon. He's already dominating the French Open. This is what I remember about champions, that they come along and they don't need a long runway to develop their game and years of frustration and disappointment. Usually what that turns into, guess what, is just a really talented, good tennis, solid pro career. But it seems to me that the champions, when they come on, it doesn't take long for them to figure out how to win and to keep winning and to stay at the top. I know that's a hard thing to do, but that's what I remember. And I'm hoping that she can really sustain this mindset that she has. She's got a very mature mindset. The way that she, like yesterday, she figured out the way to win was all of a sudden she started hitting slice backhands, slice forehands, anything to do to win. And you get to see in her eyes and everything that she is a champion. And I really hope, Coco, I really hope that you can stay at the top, that you can keep winning and be a champion, because we need you. We need you, Coco. The game needs a real champion, needs a superstar, needs another household name, needs a name and a face that you don't have to be a tennis nerd to know who that person is. So I hope she can keep that momentum and keep riding that out and really take the tennis world by storm and put tennis on the map for so many new people, because I think the game lately has become like, unless you just love tennis, with our young players, you don't know who they are. You don't know who they are unless you know tennis. Where Coco can be another player where you don't have to know tennis, but you know who Coco Gauff is. Like, I've gone to a lot of schools where the kids didn't know tennis, and we went into schools and we did tennis for the kids. And, you know, you ask a lot of people that you think, you know, who knows who Andy Murray is? Well, the kids don't know who Andy Murray is. Who knows who Novak Djokovic is? I know they should know who Novak Djokovic is. Guess what? The kids don't know who Novak Djokovic is. Who knows who Roger Federer is? Some people, not many. Who knows who Serena Williams is? Almost everybody in the school knew who Serena Williams is. So, you know, we need another one like that. So, Coco, keep going. Good luck. I hope you win the whole thing. I hope you win the whole thing.